Everybody, good morning. How are you? Today is Tuesday, September the 30th, and we are on our last day of Nocturnal month. It has been a great month. I'm just going to open up my channel and see who is here with us on our last morning of the month, because we start another one tomorrow. This was yesterday's. I didn't actually get to post it, and I am going to just show you a few that you probably haven't seen either. This one that I did on Sunday with Maria, that was Maria's photo. And then this one, I don't think I've posted this one either. And this was, hang on, let me pull up whose that was, because I know that we did this one together on, oh no, this one was done on Saturday. Oh, this one was Susan's. Sorry, Susan. Yeah, and then we have Maria's, and then this one was Linda's. So these are all, I think these are all, yeah, these are all acrylics. I'm practicing my acrylics, and also yesterday's session that I did with Draw Brighton, finally got around to drawing with them, painting with them. They have portrait sessions every Monday, and this was Aurora, and she is a printmaker, or she does lino cutting, and it was really lovely to hear her talk. So that was, we did that. I did some quick sketches as well prior to while she was talking in markers on very bad paper, and then just a quick continuous line drawing. But these are just on really like a bad paper as well, and it was, yeah, done in acrylics. So, and then we had a session yesterday because we're getting ready for the month of markets in October, and so I did a little demo of this one upside down, which is our Saturday image. Because I don't do lives on Saturday, I thought it would be great to actually show you how I'm going to get around my month of October and keep it nice and loose, and really just paint how I love painting. So good morning, C. Hi, Julia. Buonasera. Buongiorno. Hi, Nanette. Good morning. Joanne. Good morning, or guten Tag. Good afternoon. Michelle. Good morning. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you ever want to do any life drawing sessions or portrait sessions, Draw Brighton is fantastic. They do in person over in England, but they also do online, and they've been doing it for many years as well. Good morning, Laura. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it was a busy painting day yesterday. So my book today is these books. I always look out for little field guides, and this is one that I have been actually looking through for a list of birds for December. I actually have thought a little bit more about our birds in December. I know we're a couple of months away, but I like to create a list, and it's a list that everybody, I would like everyone to participate in this time if you are part of our BSA group. So I figured I would open up a Padlet and we can add our bird, but it will just be one bird each, not 20, not 50, one bird each. And if somebody else has your bird before you post, you're going to have to choose another bird. It can be a bird from your neighboring town, from where you grew up. It can be a bird from somewhere you travel to. But yeah. Oh, I have a lottery ticket in here. 2018. I don't know even if that's valid. I should probably check that. That, yeah, can you imagine? Yeah, it could be a few million sitting there. That was a surprise. And I have this page on swallows, which, oh, I love swallows. But I like this book because it not only has you know, details on the birds, but these are all illustrated, which I like drawing from illustrated birds because, you know, it kind of gives you all the colors that you need and all the details are there, or enough details, not too many details. It's not overwhelming. Anyway, I always look out for these books when I'm thrifting. I feel like they are a great addition to your bookshelf. Not only birds, but I think I have a couple of shell ones, and yeah, so I really like them. Anyway, so that's, and I love the front and the back as well, has silhouettes, flight silhouettes, and bird silhouettes, which I thought was really nice too. So yeah, that's my book of the day. It is cold down here. I don't know why it's so cold. Does that mean it's cold outside? I have no idea. Hi, Teresa. Joanne says, ha, I have at least 50 bird books. Okay, well, you won't have a problem finding your bird for birds in December. But I'm serious. I'm going to open up a Padlet for anyone who is part of our BSA club. And I think it would be lovely to focus on a bird that somebody posts every day. Will the birds need to be photographs we have taken? No, absolutely not, Julia. This time, no, because trying to get a photo of a bird, I think we have, this is what I would like to do. You choose your bird, you put the bird title at the top, and you find images related to that bird. So whether they are a stock photo, whether they're from a book, whether, right, so an illustration, and then you can add to that column, but just of that one particular bird. Fun facts, maybe, you know, maybe this is a journal month that we do, that it's not just an image of a bird, but it's a little bit more the eggs of the bird, the nest of the bird, because birds nest differently. Okay, our images today, we have Teresa is our provider of reference photos. So this is the Temple of Athena in Agrigento, Sicilia. Let me just put this on sleep and so it doesn't turn around. There we go. So I thought of doing this one, but I really love the last one that Teresa has added. This one is a sunset in Southern Shores, North Carolina, and this is the one that I'm going to tackle today. So it is, and I know that you had it on the image. Where is it? Queen Elizabethan Gardens in Manteo, Northern Carolina, Christmas lights. Though that color is not easy to get. It's like a neon blue, but I feel like, and I'm going to test it, I feel like the ultramarine in Neocolor may have something similar to that, with like a purple background as well. So that's the one I'm going to do, and I do have a piece of paper that I'm going to work on. So I don't have many left actually, or do I have any more in here? No, that's it. These are all my remaining prepped papers. I may have to work on this one actually, because then I have the black that brings it, or no, maybe, oh, I'll do it on this one. This one will work because then I'll have a little bit of the blue that will shine through. Okay, we'll do that. We will do that. And I'm in two minds whether I want to crop these, mount these, and take them to the Fall Art Fair on Saturday, because I think some of these could be beautifully mounted. So yeah, so I may be doing that. Okay, we have our month coming to an end. I hope you guys have all enjoyed it. Hi Martina. Okay, Teresa says, I love it too. That's her image of Queen Elizabeth. And I'm not going to do this one upside down today. You're going to have a whole month of upside downs. So that will be, it'll be interesting. Oh, C says she has the bird book as well and she uses it a lot. Isn't it lovely? Really lovely. Good morning, Meryl. How are you? Did I say hi to you, Nanette? I think I did maybe. Good morning, Carolyn. Will the bird... Okay, I've already answered that one. C says, I've got a bird chosen. You do? And thank you, Teresa. Yes, Queen Elizabeth. Can I ask you what your chosen bird is or not? Julia says, I have thoroughly enjoyed Nocturnal Month. I felt exciting exploring the palettes. Yeah. It felt exciting. I know. I told you the palettes were going to be fun to explore for sure. I need to get a thing of water. Hang on a second. All right. Let's get started. I need to replenish my, I'm going to be working in gouache because I need to replenish my acrylics, which I just completely obliterated yesterday painting those portraits. And basically the past week I think I've been using that palette, so I need to clean it out and replenish. And I may put Winsor & Newton's in instead of the My Mary, because I think I'm running low on My Mary, so I think I will replenish with Winsor & Newton acrylics so that I have an acrylic little palette ready to go whenever I need it. Okay, I'm going to start by getting my, so it's going to be gouache, but I am going to block in some black with acrylic ink because I want to get that background all blocked in. Is anybody else doing Queen Elizabeth this morning? This is super wobbly. Let me try and fix that. Oh, the white dove. Okay, well, we'll give you that one, see. Michelle says Nocturnals was new to me and I love the challenge, pulling an image out of the darkness. Yeah, a lot of you started with black paper, which is a really fun and challenging way to go about an image because you're working, you know, from back to front. This paper is really quite wobbly. Or loved, should we say. We could have a product called Well Loved Papers, and it could be like a recycled paper company. Pre-Loved. I think there is actually a company called Pre-Loved. I think there's a clothing company here in Canada. Oh, talking about Canada, today is we have a national holiday today. It's our Truth and Reconciliation Day. Remembering the awful things that happened to the residential schools. Yeah, and the Native Canadians that were affected, and all the children. So yeah, it's a national holiday. I think it's just a state, like a provincial holiday. So as in like banks and government houses, and then it's up to individual businesses if they want to take the day. Humans have been doing a whole lot of horrible things for many, many years. Humans have. Just gonna get anywhere that I see shadow. I'm not sure if I've got the right shapes on here, so I may have to change it a little bit. Teresa says, I will do Queen Elizabeth this week. I'm interested in trying to get some of the textures on the statue, and I have a neon pencil and gouache. Lovely. Good morning, Susan. And Julia says, I'm doing the late sunset photo. Well, I'm going to be sad leaving Nocturnal month, but I'm excited about markets. I think there's going to be a lot of color brought in, a lot of energy in the images. Oops, that's wrong. I just put the skirt way too close. Should have been further out. Okay, well, I'm going to have to use maybe... Well, I'll be using gouache anyway for this. So. Okay, I just want to grab that ultramarine, if I can find it. I do have one here that isn't broken, funny enough. Oh no. Hang on, I gotta wipe this off because it's going to be really messy if not. My arm's getting everything. You should see me when I go out walking Piper in the morning. I have like paint up my arms. The other day my friend goes, did you get a tattoo? Because I had this like splotch underneath my arm. I'm like, no, that's just paint. I didn't realize. I did not realize. Have you had a favorite day, a favorite image that you've done this month? That you thought, oh, I really enjoyed doing that one and I loved the outcome. Anyone have a favorite day? I know a lot of you have been doing this month, so don't be shy. Let me know. Okay, I need to do a test. I'm going to do a test right here because it's not going to be down here. So I'm going to go over this. So just want to do a test for this bright. Not sure if I need like a purple behind it. And oops, trying to get that glow that we see. Of the blue lights. See, it doesn't have that brilliance, does it? How am I going to do this? How am I going to get this glow? I'm trying to see what blues I have in my inks. And I don't even know if my gel pen is going to go over that. Huh. I may just have to see how it is. I'm going to have to probably put some darker colors around it as well. Not sure if, sorry, I'm just doing a test because I don't want to get to it and then not be happy with what it's going to look like. I mean, it does glow a little bit. I may have to put some white on afterwards. Maybe I'll do that. Okay. And what if I use this just on here? See, that's not glowy enough. I think I do have to have the white underneath, but maybe a permanent white. Let's do that. I'm going to block it in with my white. And it says, I'm really happy with the deer image from Maria. I love that one too. I like how my foliage turned out and the glowing light, of course. Yes. And Julie says, hard to pick, but I love the cat in the window, the bedroom, and the cactus scene a lot. Okay, your cactus scene was gorgeous, like really lovely. If everybody hasn't seen Julia's cactus scene, go and take a look at her cactus scene because it's really pretty. And it gives you that sensation of, it gives you that really night feel, like you get all, yeah, you really captured your shadows at night in that one. Like really, yeah, has a great glow to it. And I loved C's. I think my favorites were Maria's day, C's day. Oh goodness, I have a lot of favorites. I like Joanne's, I like Laura's. Oh, I love the Stones. I love the pizza place. That, like, yeah, there's a lot that I really liked. And I really liked the backstories of a lot of them as well, which was lovely to listen to. Like Leslie's church in Montreal and the salsa dancing. Then I love the Oaxacan one, of course. So many. Yeah. But your bedroom one, I think it was really out of the box. You know, it wasn't the normal night scene, although thinking about it, it's very typical of a night scene because, you know, you go to bed at night, or some people do. Okay, I'm just going to leave that like that, let that dry, and tackle Queen Elizabeth. She may be a little bit wider than the image, but I'm going to do that in gouache. Okay, and I'm going to get clean water too. Oh yeah, the one I did yesterday, the market one, that was gouache. Actually, I was like thinking, oh, I need to take this palette off. I don't. I'm like, why is look, this is what happens with gouache on the palette paper. It just comes off, but you can still reactivate it, which I love. So I'm just going to take my spray bottle and it'll reactivate, which is what I want because I don't want to waste it. So it has this kind of green tinge to it, the statue. I'm going to get that undertone so I can go over with, and my black is still wet. I can go over with white. I should let that dry. The acrylic inks are permanent, but until it has to dry first. If you don't want to do markets with us, there's lots of challenges going on in October. There's Inktober, there's Birdtober if you guys love drawing birds. Melissa has her art hang party Tober. Yeah, I just I really like the sharing of images within our group. So, and you know what, it's good to tackle something that is of a similar subject matter, but many different types of it. And I like that at the end of the month you have, you know, you have all the markets that you've painted, that maybe you try different mediums, or maybe you stick to one medium. I'm not committing myself or making that commitment to only work in one medium, because that limits you a lot. So, but if you know, maybe you have a new art medium that you want to try, and so you want to use that for the whole month, that's fine too. Who of us here are doing markets this month coming up? Uh-oh, I hear Piper awake. Like, how come she's not waking up with me and she's waking up afterwards, and then she's going to have to come down? If you were with us yesterday, she did exactly the same, and then I had to take her out. I'm going to see if she'll just chill for another, what have we got, half an hour. I've been talking a lot again. So I'm just getting some layers on here. Because there's the Queen Elizabeth, but I love the Christmas lights as well. So I'm gonna try and get, I know that my proportions are a little bit off here. Who's from Canada here? Did Leslie come on this morning already? Leslie, have you seen the loonies with King Charles on it? I just had one the other day, my first one. It takes a while for a new coin to come out and to be in circulation enough that you see it a couple of times. So my husband got one and I got one. Susan says, I'm going to try and do the markets. Michelle says, I love markets, so big yes from me. Might not every day, though. Traveling the first 2 weeks of October. Oh, yes. Are you going to, is it France you're going to, Michelle? That's exciting. C says, oh, thanks. And I found you on Sketchy last night with a beautiful class offering. Oh, yeah. Sorry. So actually, I did not know when the class was being released. I recorded it back in June. So either June or July, early July. They didn't tell us when it was going to be released. So I have my retreat coming up at the end of October. Honestly, I need to find out when my my lesson is being released, because I'd love to like spend time looking at everybody's pieces and sharing them. And the class is wonderful. It's very different how we've done it this time, or how Sketchy wanted to do it this time. So each it's a much slower class, let's put it that way. It's not the portraits in 20 minutes. I think my class is 2 hours long. Like, it's like a workshop. So we work through like proportions, and we work through values, and we work through sketching, and we work through, and then we do the final piece. So it is a beautiful, beautiful class. I would definitely recommend it. And I love the people who are on there. Dylan's on there. Yeah. Oh, Michelle says, yes, Dordogne and Paris with my sons. Ooh, you'll have to let me know how the Dordogne region is. Also, today, next year, so next year, actually on this day, on the 30th, is when my French retreat starts. So, yes, super excited about that. And we are going to the Dordogne region. So if you wouldn't mind sharing, I'm sure you will share along the way, but I would love to see some images from your trip, Michelle. And you'll have to tell me how you love that, love the region. I know that you're going to love it. Anyway, so yeah, lots going on. Class with Sketchy starting tomorrow. I have my art fair this weekend coming. I wish you all lived nearby. Would it be lovely to see you all in person? And what else is happening? Yeah, people are going away. C says, your mother and child is my... You're very sweet, C. I really, really tried to focus on almost more of like a stylized... The reference photo I found on Sketchy is this lady, and it is wonderful, like wonderful. As soon as I saw it and found it, I messaged her and said, please, can you be my subject matter for the new Sketchy class that I'm teaching? And she said, absolutely. So she, yeah, she was very sweet about it. But it's, yeah, I'm really happy with how it came out, and really happy with the reference photo. Thank you, C. So yeah, I don't have any classes this month coming out, so I'm going to leave you guys to join that one. If you want to join that one, I would definitely recommend it. It's definitely a lovely class to do this month. And I'm not sure how, I think it runs into November, which is great. And then I do have a couple of workshops that I'm going to release in November when I'm back. So I'm not sure if they're going to be in person or if they're going to be pre-recorded. And then, not to forget, I will be having a Thanksgiving sale the week of our Thanksgiving, which is the 13th of October, where you can purchase past classes for 40% off. Yeah, I have that sale every year. So if there's a class that, or maybe there's a virtual art retreat that you didn't do and that you want to do, or that there's a portrait class that you didn't get around to doing. Yeah, we had a mixed media portrait class this year. We had a acrylic portrait class the year before. I. Teresa says she was queen in 1587. Ah, when the Send a John White led a colony that landed in Roanoke, Northern Carolina. He went back to England to get supplies, and his colony was gone when they returned. Oh no. Carolyn says, I hope you will take photos at the art fair. I will definitely take photos at the art fair. Absolutely. I'll do some stories as well. Julia says, I'm doing an Australian Endangered Species Challenge, raising money for WWF, World Wildlife Fund, but when I have time. Oh, that's good. I'll do a market scene too. Great. So he says it's true, beautiful, and reminds me of a Wyeth painting. Oh, absolutely. See, that's when I saw her image, I thought she was like, she looked like a Wyeth model. Honestly, like she looked like she could have been perfect for his paintings. I'm looking forward to seeing how everybody else interprets it, because yeah, I don't think I caught the softness that I wanted to catch, but I still really enjoyed it. And the sketches, I love my sketches as well. Just because they were super, they were quite loose. So you'll get to play around with that as well. That image is lovely. Yeah. So that's exciting. Yes. And a little bit of a surprise, because I did not know that it was going to come out. I knew a couple of days ago that it was going to come out, and I didn't say too much, because I know that they release it themselves as well. Okay. Oh, right, when the British sent John White. I know, I got it. Thanks, Teresa. Ah, little Piper. Hi, go under, go. Miss Piper has joined us. I'm not sure how long for, but we will see how long she will not bug me to go outside. I'll try and get this done quickly. So I could think about leaving the white, but I think that would be really crazy. I could have also, oh, that would have been probably quite good, is done wax on this one like we've done before. This is now dry, so I can go over with, see, it's not bright enough. I should have probably put white behind that as well. Okay, well, I'll start by putting the blue on here, and then I'm going to have to go over with the white. Anyone else having grand ideas about getting these glowy blue lights on? I'm going to just get white dots on afterwards. It's still wet. And I need to get her with a little bit more texture on as well. I'm going to let her dry a little bit more and work down here because I can see that it's still wet. I may have to take the dryer and dry her. And maybe the 14B will be a good one to go over with. Okay, my water is really dirty again. But let's go into this with a little bit more dark. When you squint your eyes, you can see there's a lot more like deep purples surrounding it. So I'm going to get a dark purpley gray color. And just, I know that this is a brick wall, so I'm not thinking about the details of like the wall, but just getting the general idea. Says she, putting some more details on the wall. No, because I just want to get the uprights, the bricks that they have a little bit more direction on here. So I think I was talking to you a little bit about how I would present like all the work, all the pieces, if you've watched my video on YouTube of like what I'm bringing. And I was going to put them in boxes or bins by price, but then I was speaking with some neighbor friends and they said maybe not, maybe put them in subject matter. So if you have animals, so if people like images of animals, then they know where to find them. Or because, you know, maybe price isn't such a important aspect of it when it comes to art. You think of like what you like. So also, for example, if you like landscapes more than you do portraits, and if you like portraits, then you go more towards the portrait. You go and look in the portrait bin, and the prices, you know, the stickers will refer to the prices anyway. So maybe I'm going to do that. Today I'm going to organize that. All right, this can be, I'm going to bring that in slightly more. There's some texture on here. And like I said, I have to make it a little bit lighter in some areas as well. This I think I've done too wide. Oh, yeah, good idea. Maybe you could scratch out the white lights out of the blue wax. I could try that. That's a good idea. I'll get a knife and try and scratch it out, or scissors or something. We'll put some more detail on her in a minute. And I need to, there's almost like a rosy tint to her dress, but I need to get more light on it. So it's still like gray. Well, one side is a little bit warmer than the other. And then maybe if I have tissue paper, hang on a second. Oh no, look at that. It pulled up the whole paper. Ugh. My last image, and I'm destroying it. Maybe that paper would not do so well. What do we call it? Rehomed? No, what did I call it? I don't know, but it didn't stick, that's for sure. I wanted some texture on it. I didn't realize that it would, maybe I just pressed too hard. See how it's bubbling? Rehomed? I can't remember. See, because it has like little, it has details on the actual sculpture that they've kind of carved into it. Oops. So what I wanted to do was lift it with a little bit of tissue paper to make it look like that. And I think it is a little bit, but it's also lifting areas that I don't want it to lift. It's because it's not completely dry. This is where acrylics probably would have been a better option. I'm not going to try and do that with a brush. The neck, what's it called? It's not a neck roll. It has a name. Oh, I love how she's carrying a bouquet, and then she just has one in her hand. This thing, the collar. I know it has a name. If I put the light on, then I can put the dark in between. Okay, let's get a little bit more light on the base here. How are we doing for time? Oh my goodness, look at the time. Jeez, where did that time go? That's crazy. Just gonna have paint back here in the lighter areas. If you have a blue that you have managed to capture the beauty of that glow, please let me know if you're doing the same one as me. I'm going to come back into it in a minute. Okay, and over here, darken that. Ah, thanks, Leslie. The neck ruffle collar, Renaissance times, yes. It's a neck ruffle collar. Okay. I'm going to see if that works. What Martina said. But if not, I can just use white and dot some white dots on. I don't know even if I think I've got my pens upstairs. I had some down here of those acrylic markers. Okay. Yeah, it does kind of work. Kind of and not. I mean, I'm scraping right down to the... Nah, that doesn't work. I'm going to just take white paint. First, I'll dot some back here. If you're just joining, welcome. Please let us know where you're from as well. If you're just joining or have never joined before and you want to just say hi. If you have any questions. It's always nice to know if there are people out there who this is their first time watching. And make sure you leave a comment if you're watching this after the fact, so that I know that you've come back and watched the replay. Amy is very good at that. Amy, thank you for leaving comments. Tammy, if you're watching and you want to say hi, I'd love to know that you're watching. I know that you probably listen to me as you're going on your walk with Moses. Because sometimes the time of day is not the best for everybody this time of day. It's not good for West Coasters because everyone's still sleeping. There are a couple of dots that don't have too much light around them. Some of the dots are getting too big. Oh, I just saw the time and I gotta go. Thank you all for watching this morning. Tomorrow is market day. We have our first market live class tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern. If you want to join us, in the link here in the description, I have put a link to our Substack. There are still spots open in our Padlet if you want to join and use them. I'm just going to leave them open, everybody, and if there is a day when there isn't an image, I'm just going to take an extra image from either mine or somebody else's and do that. So I'd rather just keep one column for each of us, but we have extra if we want to do extra, if that's okay with you guys. Because you never know, somebody may want to join halfway through and put their images in, so we'll just keep those open. We have enough that we can get through, I'm sure, from everybody else. Seriously, Michelle? Michelle's like, what's the password for the new Padlet? You can't ask that on a public platform, Michelle. That's private. That's for like paying subscribers. If you go into Substack, you'll see everything is there in our post, in my post that I put, you know, our monthly stuff in. That's there. Yeah, please please keep that to yourself. Actually, it was funny. I don't know, like the other day I'm like, oh, we have new people here, but somehow they got the link to the Luma and they came to our session when they didn't even know they had to pay for it. So please don't share links to our sessions. I would appreciate that. I don't know how it happened, but it did. They didn't even know that it was a paying thing that I had going on. I'll tell you more about it on Friday. Yeah, if you go into Substack, in the chat, I've made a Padlet, or I've made a thread, Michelle, where you can put your images for markets. I've also put it in the post that is tagged or pinned, and you should have got emails, Michelle. If you are part of our, which you are, our BSA club, yeah, it's in there. We had a session yesterday, and like on prepping images, prepping pages, which I don't think I'm going to do much prepping, but I am sticking to a certain size. Okay, thank you so much for the images for this month, everybody. I have thoroughly enjoyed them all, and I'm going to finish this a little bit later because I really do have to go. But yeah, I got to clean up and add some dark in here, like these bits. Do that with probably marker. Oh, Michelle says, I'm so green on Substack. Okay, I see it now. No, that's okay. I'm just like, all right. I mean, you would have to have the link as well, so it probably wouldn't matter, but I would rather like it be just kept in our group. Joanne said they should change the lights at the statue. I think it was Christmas, Joanne. I think it was a Christmas image. Yeah. Thank you so much, Teresa. Thank you for the image. And yeah, have a happy last day. If you've still got your last image to do, please make sure you put it in the thread in Substack so that we can all see your images. If you've got images and you haven't put them in there, go in and add them. I think we have like 150 images in there, or posts from people. I gotta clean up her face as well. I'm gonna do that later. And thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Oh, Joanne says, no, your lights are better. Oh, thanks. Yeah, they didn't turn out too badly. I think they're quite fun. Especially the greens. The greens I like. The blues, they still have a little bit of work to do with them. Maybe put some purple on them as well. Yes, it was Christmas, Teresa says. Okay, thank you. many, 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 many hearts and love and hugs to you all for showing up every day this month, because it was a good month. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Bye.